Dear child, I speak to you in a tone of urgency and awakening, as a symbolic spiritual message meant to stir awareness within your heart, not to create fear but to call you into reflection. There is a sense, in this moment, as if something beyond ordinary perception is being rechecked, as if the hidden patterns of your life, your choices, your direction, and your intentions are being brought into clarity. In this vision-like message, even the name Elon Musk appears as a symbol of advanced systems, intelligence, and deep analysis, representing the idea that nothing about your path is unnoticed, nothing about your inner world is invisible. And in this moment, the message comes with intensity. Pay attention to what you have been ignoring, because your life is entering a phase where clarity rises faster than comfort. Not to frighten you, but to awaken you. You have been walking through days where distractions tried to pull your attention in many directions, yet something within you has remained unsettled, as if your spirit knows there is more to understand. The symbolic recheck is not about punishment, but about alignment. It is as though your thoughts, your habits, your spoken words, and your silent intentions are being reflected back to you with sharper definition. In this spiritual tone, I say to you, nothing is wasted, everything is recorded in the fabric of your growth. You are being asked to notice patterns repeating in your life, especially the ones you keep explaining away. This is the moment where awareness becomes your greatest protection and your greatest guide. Stay awake to your inner voice, because it is speaking louder now than ever before. There is also a warning energy within this message, but it is not meant to bring fear, it is meant to bring correction. You cannot continue walking forward while ignoring the signals that your inner self has been sending you. The shocking result in this symbolic language is not external chaos, but internal realization. It is the moment when truth becomes too clear to deny. You may find that what once felt confusing suddenly becomes obvious. This is the spiritual unveiling of self-awareness. It is the reminder that you are responsible for the direction you are choosing, even in small decisions. Every thought you entertain shapes the path ahead more than you realize. So pause, reflect, and listen carefully to what life has been trying to show you repeatedly. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. And now I speak with compassion but also intensity. Do not dismiss the quiet nudges within your spirit. They are not random. They are guidance. You may feel as though certain situations, people, or cycles are looping in your experience. This is not coincidence, it is reflection. The symbolic data being rechecked is your own life experience mirroring back your energy, your focus, and your intention. When clarity increases, confusion cannot remain hidden. This is your turning point to choose differently, to respond differently, and to think differently. You are not being judged, You are being invited into higher awareness of your own power and responsibility in shaping your path. If you are receiving this message, pause and reflect deeply on what in your life feels repetitive or unresolved. Comment below the word 1111 to acknowledge that you are open to awareness and alignment. Comment 2222 if you feel you are entering a phase of clarity and transformation. Like this message if you are ready to awaken your focus, share it with someone who needs direction, and subscribe so you continue receiving messages that encourage spiritual awareness and growth. There is something deeper unfolding in your emotional world as well. You may have felt moments of uncertainty or inner questioning, as if you are standing between two versions of your future. This is not confusion, it is transition. The symbolic message here is that your awareness is expanding beyond old limitations. You are being guided to release mental patterns that no longer support your growth. Even when it feels uncomfortable, it is leading you toward a more aligned state of being. Do not resist the shift simply because it challenges familiarity. Growth often feels like tension before it becomes peace. Trust that what is being revealed now is helping you step into a clearer version of yourself. And again, I remind you gently but firmly, observe your thoughts carefully. What you repeatedly think becomes the tone of your experience. The recheck is not external judgment, it is internal illumination. You are seeing yourself more clearly now, including the areas where you have underestimated your strength or overextended your energy. This is the time to reclaim balance. You are being asked to simplify, to focus, and to return to what truly matters. The noise around you will always exist, but your awareness does not have to be scattered within it. You have the ability to center yourself even when life feels fast or uncertain. Take this as a moment of recalibration. The symbolic presence of advanced intelligence, represented through the idea of systems like those associated with Elon Musk, is only to reflect the concept that nothing is hidden from clarity when observation becomes precise. In your own life, this means you are now more capable of understanding yourself than ever before. You do not need external validation to confirm your direction, you need inner honesty. The more truthful you are with yourself, the more peaceful your path becomes. This is your invitation to step into that honesty without delay or avoidance. Pause again and reflect. What truth have you been avoiding within yourself? Comment 33:33 if you are ready to face clarity with courage. Comment 44:44 if you feel you are stepping into emotional balance and renewal. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel this message is helping you reconnect with focus and awareness. Allow others to receive this same reminder if they are feeling lost or uncertain. There is a final layer to this message, and it is about timing. Not everything in life unfolds when you expect it, but everything unfolds when you are ready to understand it. You may feel as though certain answers are delayed, but in truth, they are aligning with your readiness to receive them. The symbolic result that was mentioned earlier is not an ending, it is a realization point. It is the moment you finally understand why certain things had to unfold the way they did. And in that understanding, peace becomes available to you. You are being guided toward a more stable, more aware, and more intentional version of yourself. Do not rush this process. Growth is not about speed, it is about depth. You are being shaped through experience, not by randomness, but by reflection and awareness. The more you observe your life without denial, the more powerful your clarity becomes. Even the moments you once questioned are now revealing meaning. This is the quiet structure of transformation, subtle, steady, and deeply personal. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are in the process of seeing more clearly than before. And so I leave you with this final reminder in this symbolic spiritual tone: stay aware, stay honest with yourself, and stay open to insight. Let your actions align with your awareness. Let your thoughts align with your truth. Let your decisions align with your higher understanding. Nothing is wasted, and nothing is ignored in your journey of growth. You are being guided toward clarity, and that clarity is already beginning to rise within you. I speak again to you, not as noise in your mind, but as a gentle yet powerful awakening within your spirit, as if something higher is leaning closer to your awareness right now. In this moment, I want you to feel the shift that is already beginning beneath what you can see. Heaven is not distant, and your story is not forgotten. There are movements happening in the unseen that are aligning pieces you thought were permanently broken, and I say this with deep intentionality. What has felt delayed in your life is not denied, it is being prepared for a moment of revelation. The energy around you is changing, and even in silence, something sacred is forming for your future. This is the beginning of a miracle pattern unfolding slowly but surely, not loud at first, but deeply transformative in its arrival. The Lord is speaking through this symbolic moment to remind you that your life has not been overlooked. Every tear you thought no one noticed has been accounted for in ways beyond human understanding. There are doors that were once closed not to punish you, but to protect the timing of what is coming next. You may have felt stuck, but in reality, you were being positioned. And now, a breakthrough energy is rising like light breaking through heavy clouds. What once felt heavy is beginning to loosen. What once felt delayed is beginning to align. What once felt impossible is quietly shifting into possibility. You are standing at the edge of a transition that will redefine how you see your journey. There is a deeper message here: your pain was never wasted. Every moment of confusion, heartbreak, disappointment, and silence was shaping something stronger inside you. Even when you felt like you were being stretched beyond your limit, you were being prepared for endurance you did not know you had. God is not ignoring your suffering, He is transforming it. What you thought was breaking you was actually building you. And now, in this spiritual unfolding, healing is not just coming, it is already beginning to work through your emotions, your thoughts, and your perception of your past. The weight you have been carrying is not meant to stay with you forever, and you will soon recognize that what once hurt you no longer holds the same power over your spirit. There is a sacred exchange happening now. Pain is being replaced with understanding, confusion is being replaced with clarity, and heaviness is being replaced with peace. You may not see the full picture yet, but you will begin to notice subtle signs, moments where your heart feels lighter, moments where old memories no longer trigger the same emotional storm, moments where you suddenly realize you have grown beyond what once controlled your emotions. This is healing in motion. It does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it arrives quietly, like a whisper restoring what was once fractured. And I tell you now, you are in that process even if you do not fully recognize it yet. If you are receiving this message, pause for a moment and acknowledge what you are releasing internally. Comment 55:55 if you believe healing is entering your life in a deeper way. Comment 66:66 if you feel you are stepping out of emotional heaviness into renewal and strength. Like this message if you are ready to accept peace, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe so you continue receiving messages of hope, awakening, and spiritual strengthening. Now listen closely. Breakthrough is not always dramatic at first. Sometimes it begins as small openings, unexpected opportunities, changed conversations, restored connections, or sudden clarity about decisions you were confused about for a long time. God's timing works in layers, not in bursts. You may soon notice that what once resisted your progress begins to soften. What once felt blocked begins to move. What once felt delayed begins to unfold with surprising ease. This is not coincidence, this is alignment. And when alignment begins, you will understand why certain seasons had to take longer than you expected. There is restoration forming in areas you almost gave up on. Emotional restoration, inner confidence, and even relationships that were strained are being touched by unseen grace. Not everything returns the same way it was before, but what returns will carry wisdom, maturity, and peace that was missing earlier. You are being guided into a version of your life that is not built on confusion but on clarity. And even if the process feels uncertain, trust that something higher is ordering steps you cannot yet fully trace. In this moment, the message is clear: do not interpret delays as rejection. Do not interpret silence as absence. Do not interpret waiting as abandonment. The unseen work is often the most powerful part of transformation. What is being built within you right now will support what is coming next. You are not standing still, you are being prepared. And when preparation meets timing, breakthrough becomes undeniable. The things you have prayed for in quiet moments are not forgotten. They are being shaped into forms that can actually sustain your future. Take a moment again. What area of your life feels like it has been waiting the longest? Comment 77:77 if you believe your waiting season is turning into a breakthrough season. Comment 88:88 if you feel emotional healing is finally beginning to take root in your life. Like, share, and subscribe if you are open to receiving more spiritual encouragement and messages that strengthen your faith and focus. There is a shift in identity happening within you as well. You are no longer the same person who once carried certain fears so heavily. Even your reactions to challenges are changing. Where you once felt overwhelmed, you are beginning to feel steadier. Where you once felt uncertain, you are beginning to feel guided. This is not by accident, it is the result of inner transformation taking place beneath the surface. God is strengthening you from within so that what is coming externally will not break you, but elevate you. And now I speak to your future with hope. What is coming will not resemble what you went through. The contrast will be so clear that you will understand why endurance was necessary. There are blessings that require maturity to carry, and there are breakthroughs that require emotional strength to sustain. You are being prepared for both. The healing you are receiving is not just for comfort, it is for capacity. So that when new opportunities arrive, you will not be overwhelmed by them, but ready for them. I want you to understand this deeply. Your story is still unfolding. What you call delay is often divine arrangement. What you call silence is often preparation. What you call struggle is often transformation. And what you call pain is often the soil where future strength is being formed. You are not forgotten in any part of this process. You are being shaped with intention, care, and timing that is beyond human limitation. Before this message closes, reflect once more. What are you ready to release so you can fully step into healing and breakthrough? Comment 99:99 if you are choosing peace over pain. Comment midnight if you believe a new beginning is forming in your life right now. Like this message if you are holding on to hope, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe so you remain connected to messages of strength, healing, and spiritual renewal. And finally, hear this with your spirit, not just your mind. You are not at the end of your story, you are at the beginning of a restored one. The tears are turning into understanding. The struggle is turning into strength. The waiting is turning into alignment. And the pain is turning into wisdom. Walk forward gently, but walk forward with confidence, because what is coming is not meant to break you, it is meant to reveal how far you have truly come. Amen.